Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Thanks for visiting. Some of you might be new because my videos that I make for Spirit Juice just went live, or at least one of them went live the other day. Spirit Juice Studios is a Catholic media company, for those of you who don't know, and I am very lucky to be able to be making videos for them about faith and life, so you can catch me over there as well. I'll link that channel below. Today we have a lot to talk about. I had a doctor's appointment last week that was kind of life-changing. I didn't expect it to be. I went in to talk about my mental health. I am showing signs of what's called antepartum depression. Apparently it's really common. 1 in 10 women experience this, where basically you start to experience postpartum depression. What is postpartum depression? Like depression surrounding like having a child and motherhood before you give birth. So I had postpartum depression for a year with my first child. I haven't made a video about it yet. I feel like I have been processing through it and I definitely want to make a video about it. But basically they did a depression screening on me when I was 30 weeks pregnant. I'm now 35 weeks and it's getting real. Let me tell you, I am waddling. But yeah, so basically I scored really high on the depression scale, and there was this whole bout of trying antidepressants that, don't worry, we're safe for the baby and everything like that, but they're really worried about me and I need to make a whole video about that. But I wanted to talk to you specifically today about the meeting I had with a doctor who has a psychiatry background, but he's also an OB-GYN. So he kind of deals with the full spectrum of like mental health and motherhood and women care and baby care. So that was really awesome that I got to meet him. He was just as nice as everybody kept saying he was, and it was really amazing to meet with him. And one of the things that stood out to me was he was just so crazy respectful and kind and nice and not pushy, and that was really helpful because it allowed me to really open up. The reason why I'm telling you about this visit is because of something he said to me that has just, I've always kind of known it, but it really just solidified it for me. He said, when we were talking about the prospect of trying a different medication, and I was telling him that I really didn't want to right now because if I for those of you who don't know, if you try medication for depression, it can actually start to make you feel worse before you feel better. That's not the case for everybody, but it is the case. It takes about 6 weeks, they said, 4 to 6 weeks for it to kick in. I'm 35 weeks pregnant, so I could give birth next week, in a few weeks, who knows? And I don't want to get myself in a rabbit hole of depression and have to climb back out. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, it's a huge burden on me, and I don't want to be in that bad headspace when I am in labor. I explained all that to him, and he was just like, so kind. He was like, oh yeah, if you don't want to try medication right now, that's perfectly fine. I just want you to know that there are other types of medication that you can try that are safe for you and the baby. It wasn't just that one medication, you know, that you had a bad reaction to. And yes, medications do take time. Maybe we should have a whole nother video on medications. Basically, he said to me after discussing all of that and me just sharing where I was at with my mental health, which has gotten a lot better since I've quit my job. I think that's the first time I'm announcing it on this channel. I quit my job about 3 weeks ago, and things have been going better just because there's a little bit less stress, obviously. Since having quit my job, I want to take the time to kind of see how my mental health goes and see how I'll do with now having just a little bit of extra time to try to like meditate and pray and focus a lot on my self-care and my mental health now that I'm not working. But basically, after all of that being said and done, he said, that's perfectly fine. You need to do what you feel is right. I can tell that you're really bright young woman, you're well researched. I can tell that you're very aware of the issues that you do have. You're not in denial, and that's a really good sign. And he said, you need to feel in control of your treatment. This was so amazing to hear, because basically what that means is not only did he affirm me and empower me and go, you know, you're smart, trust your gut, you need to be in control of your treatment. You know, if I don't want to be on meds right now, I don't need to. If I don't want to have a psychiatrist right now, I don't need to. And by the way, psychiatrists and psychologists are different. Psychologists is talk therapy. Psychiatrists usually handle things with medicine. I still have a psychologist. It made me realize two things. First of all, that I can trust my gut because I'm at a point in my mental health care and treatment where I'm not in denial. You guys know I talk to you all the time about it, my anxiety and depression. So you know that I'm not in denial anymore. So I'm coming from a place of awareness, and that's really good. If you were in denial, I would be more hesitant to let you trust your gut if I was your doctor, because if you just believe that there's nothing wrong with you, then that would be an issue. But he affirmed that I knew what I was doing, that I was aware of my issues, that I wasn't hiding from them. And the second thing it made me realize, which I really want you guys to take away from this video, is not only can I trust my gut and need to be in control of my care, but what that means is that the decisions that we make for my treatment are my responsibility. So I can't blame anybody for my treatment not going the way I want. Everything is like trial and error. You know, you try one thing, it doesn't work. You try another thing, it doesn't work. And you keep trying until you find something that helps you. It just made me realize that my mental health care, my mental health treatment is my responsibility. From a time perspective, from a financial perspective, you know, this stuff costs money and you have to give a shit enough about yourself. I'm sorry for the French, but I'm serious here. You need to give a shit enough about yourself to invest that time, money, and effort into it. That being said, you absolutely need to have a support system. You need to have a plan. You need to have guidance. I'm so grateful that I have a doctor that I can call, a psychologist that I can talk to. I talk to my close friends. I talk to my husband whenever I'm about to make a big decision, you know, whether it be going on medication or whether it be seeing a new psychologist or whatever it may be. I have a support system and you need one too. But the thing that I realize is that at the end of the day, you are the one captaining the ship. You can have a crew, you can have a team, but you are the one captaining the ship. You are the one who is determining where you're gonna go and you're making the final decisions, you're calling the shots. It just put a sense of ownership over my treatment and everything that I'm doing, and it made me feel like me feeling better is up to me. Yes, I have support. I'm not doing it alone. You're not doing it alone, but feel empowered that you can make whatever decision you need to make to feel better, to get better. And when I say feel better, don't misunderstand me and think that I mean that one day you're gonna wake up and your depression, anxiety are gonna be gone. Some people struggle with mental illness for their whole lives. The same way how some people struggle with chronic illnesses, physical chronic illnesses their whole lives. What I mean is getting to a place where you can manage it, where it's not catching you by surprise and you don't know how to handle it and you don't know how to help yourself. So just know that the big takeaway from this video is that you have ownership of your care. You should always feel in control of your care. You should never feel forced to try a medication you don't want to try, to see a psychologist you don't like, to stay with a psychologist you might not like. I've switched psychologists multiple times because I've had bad experiences, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's your money, it's your time, and you need to know that. You have a right to have ownership. That was another thing he told me. I'm having some difficulty getting what I need from my current psychologist, but I really like her. And I thought, oh, I just need to find another one. And I told him this. And he said, have you communicated with her what you really need? Have you told her, hey, I want this, that, and the other? And I was like, I actually haven't. I've just been complaining about the lack of this and that. And he was like, try communicating with her. You have a right as a patient to tell your doctor what you need. And I was like, wow. I've had so many bad doctor experiences, guys, in the past where I'm just told what to do and I'm just a stupid patient and I don't know anything and they know better than me. And it's always resulted in me getting hurt in some way. And so this doctor just giving me the baton and saying like, you're in control. You tell me what you need from me. I'll give you my advice. I'll help you, was the most incredible eye-opening experience. And that's what I want you to know, because I know I'm not the only one who's had bad doctor experiences, who's been pushed around by doctors, taken advantage of. I had a horrible birth with my first child. I haven't even shared that online because I haven't been ready to. And I think that's why I haven't been talking that much about my pregnancy on my channel, because I'm still processing my last labor and delivery. But let me know if you want to hear about that, because again, like, I'm at a place now where I feel open to sharing about it, but I don't really know who really wants to know my birth story with Charlie. I'll definitely probably share my birth story with this one. But give this video a thumbs up if you're liking it so far, and if you want to hear about my birth story, leave me a comment below. But yeah, guys, basically, it just made me realize, like, yes, I can have the guidance and support system and the plan that I need. It's so nice to have people that give you a plan, especially on those days that you fall down the rabbit hole for no reason. But know that no one can exercise for you, no one can journal for you, pray, make you get up and pray in the morning, make you get up and do yoga or meditate or eat healthy or go on that walk you need to go on, take time for yourself, practice your self-care. Nobody can do these things for you, okay? No one can take your medicine for you. No one can go to the doctor for you. They can maybe make an appointment for you, but they can't go to the doctor for you. You can go to your friends, you can go to your doctors, you can go to the people that you need help from, get guidance, get advice, but know that if something isn't serving you and someone's not giving you good advice and you feel it in your gut, you need to listen to that voice. You need to listen to your instincts. You need to realize that you have ownership of your treatment. You can stop listening to this person. You can bring these people closer, but at the end of the day, they can't do your treatment for you. And I think it's such a devastating thing that we look to people to try to fix us. Like, You know, if I went to my husband and was like, I'm not happy, it's your fault. Or I went to my child and was like, I'm not happy, you're not fulfilling me. Or we need to stop trying to put our happiness in other people's hands. Like, it's not my husband's job to make me feel better every single day. Sure, he does things that make me feel better, that make me feel appreciated and loved. But at the end of the day, my self-care, my mental health, my physical health, it's all my responsibility. So again, this doctor said, you need to feel in control of your care. And that just means that he's there for you. You know, there are people who are there for you that want to make a plan for you. But at the end of the day, you got to trust yourself. And that's not to burden you. It's actually to empower you, to let you know that, and this is what he said at the end of the visit, and it's so important. He said, only you know what's going inside of you. Only you know what is really happening in your head, in your heart, in your body. You know you best. And I was just like, wow, that gave me so much confidence, because I'm someone that's constantly self-doubting, self-criticizing. Oh, I don't know this, I don't know that. And just the kind of crap I say to myself, guys, I need to practice healthy self-talk. That's gonna be another video. It made me realize how freaking important it is to know yourself, to know what's going on in your head, in your heart, in your soul, in your body. Only you can know that. He was so right. And so that's why it's so important to take the time to do inner work, to take the time to know what's going on inside of you. Why am I feeling this way? What am I even feeling? Why am I acting this way? You're the only one who can figure that stuff out. And that is the place that is the foundation of awareness, realizing that something might be wrong, realizing that you might need help. That is how I started on my mental health journey. I didn't just wake up and go, yep, time to finally face it. I have anxiety and depression. Guys, it's been years long of having to face all the ugly and all the scary inside of me. And that's why when I say, hey, maybe you should journal, it's not because it's a cute habit and I like buying new journals from Target all the time, which is definitely true. It's because there is so much benefit to knowing yourself. You can help other people help you if you know what you need. So it's really important to know what you're feeling, know why you're feeling it, know why you're acting a certain way, and identify your needs so that you can communicate it to your doctor. You can't go into a doctor's office and just be like, fix me. You can't go to your best friend or your husband or whatever it may be and just be like, I feel like crap. Please fix me. Please help me. You have to know your needs. If you don't know your needs, you're not able to say, I think I need more time to myself. Can you please watch the kids? I think I need to see a psychologist. Can we make room in the budget for that? I think I need to go to the doctor. I think I need to try depression medication. Whatever it may be, you have to do the inner work, the hard freaking work of figuring out what's inside of you. And that requires that you face a lot of your demons. You face shit that you've been suppressing for years. Believe me. I mean, you all know that I have suffered from an abusive past, and I haven't gone into too much detail, but just know that it's lasted throughout my whole childhood, and I didn't really realize and accept and admit that I had been abused for 2 decades almost, until February of 2016. So it's been a little over 2 years, but it took me so freaking long to get to that point. A lot of crying, journaling, talking to my husband, and just facing memories that I have buried, literally buried. So I know this video was kind of all over the place. I am still kind of processing this. I just had this conversation last Thursday, so just 3 or 4 days ago. But you guys, I needed to share this with you because I think we overcomplicate how to get started on the mental health journey, on how to get started with treatment, because it's so overwhelming. And I hope that you know that you start by getting to know you, by you getting to know you, because no one else knows you better than you do. And at the end of the day, you're the one who's in control of your care. So you have to know yourself. That's where it starts. Admitting what you're struggling with, how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, and then identifying your needs. I hope this video was helpful. I'm so grateful to have you all as my support system. I really do think of every single one of you who comment and reach out to me and watch my videos and like my videos as a part of my community of mental health supporters. And I hope you know that I'm also a part of your community. Even if you have a community of one and it's just me, I am rooting for you, I am praying for you, and I really am hoping just the best for you, because I know that dealing with this crap that no one else can see really sucks. Anyway, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you feel like other people need to hear this, please share this video. If you don't want to share it, That's okay. Just if you could do me a favor, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.